good question.
That's scary for me.
Why do guys watch adult film even when they're in a happy relationship?
Well, some people...
Welcome back to the channel.
If you guys are new here, smash that subscribe button down below.
And don't forget to hit the notification bell because we post 3 videos every single week. 2 videos the last couple weeks, but we're working on it.
That's besides the point.
Alright, so today, it's teaspoon time. We asked you guys to send us questions. Girls are too afraid to ask guys, and boy, did you guys deliver. Right here I have sparkling cider. This is not wine, because you guys know I'm pregnant.
Yep. And I'm drinking coffee.
Ooh, are you ready, Lucas?
I'm ready.
So I told them do not hold back on the questions, so you cannot hold back on the answers.
All right, I can do this.
Should we give a warning?
I'm gonna spill a lot of tea, so I think a lot of guys might be not happy with this video because I'm letting all the secrets out.
Or maybe girls will be happy with what you say.
That's true too. So if you don't like what I have to say, I'm sorry.
Are you nervous?
Not really.
I think the next video we're gonna do is a girl's perspective. So in this video, I want you to comment down below questions that guys are too afraid to ask girls. All right, Lucas.
All right, question number 1. Oh my gosh.
How can you tell if a guy just wants to hook up with you versus truly wanting a relationship?
A lot of guys, they'll go into it with that perspective of, am I going to date you or do I just want to hook up? Like, I'm gonna hang out and be nice so that we can hook up, and then it's, you know, goodbye.
So how did you know though? How did you know going into it? Was it something she wore, something she said, something she, like, you know what I'm saying? What was it?
I guess you could say it's like the body language. It's the way that they come on to you. If they're inviting you in the house, like the first time you ever hung out, you know what I mean? It's a vibe, I guess you could.
It's a vibe.
Right. A lot of times the guy will either be looking or he's not looking for a relationship.
Okay.
So he will tend to find a girl and try to get her to give it up. Does that make sense?
Right.
So it's like he'll court, he'll be nice, and then if you keep giving those signals where it's gonna keep progressing quickly, then he'll keep being nice to you until he gets it. Versus, you know, the other, if he's looking for a relationship, he's not gonna try to move that forward as quickly.
So you're saying don't worry about, so there's some guys who are just never really looking for that commitment. Right. So don't try to change him. Like, he's probably just gonna want you to hook up with them after a while. Right,
like that. So that guy, he's probably most likely, I'm not saying this always happens because there's always, you know, different components, but he's coming into that courtship already mind set up most of the time that he's either gonna go for a relationship or not and just try to hook up.
So how long do girls have to wait then? Is just in case.
Marriage? But no, I mean,
because guys are going to wait till marriage.
No.
Those guys. So
right.
Like, how long would you have waited for that girl before you gave up on her? And she didn't give it up.
If you're constantly going on dates and constantly meeting up and constantly talking to this person and you're not getting any red flags, I would give it at least a month.
Okay, so wait a month, ladies.
Wait a month. Next
question. God, you got Lucas sweating over here, dang!
Yeah, why'd you come out with that one? Like, you're gonna warm me up a little bit?
Bro, that was like 17, dude, that was the number 1. What are guys' most biggest turnoff when it comes to women?
Honestly, I would probably say personality.
Right.
For me, personality is the biggest turnoff.
So what about the personality that turns you off?
If you're like overbearing, trying to be like my mother, that was a big one for me.
That was a huge one for you.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend that she always wanted to be my mother, and so that was a big turn off for me. Keeping yourself clean is a big one for me. If you're smelly, that's a big turn off.
No, you're a smelly person?
That's gross. Ew. I don't like when they have nasty feet.
You don't like when What?
Like, there's one girl took off her shoe and like one of her toes went that way.
Stop!
Like crusty like talons. That was a huge turn off.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Babe. Yeah. I'm so sorry if you have nasty feet. I'm sorry. Listen. There's a girl and a guy for everybody, okay?
True.
And you're not for Lucas.
I'm so nervous right now.
You are?
Yeah.
I can tell.
I feel so bad. I just feel bad like telling people all this stuff.
Why boys never talk about their feelings?
That is from birth. I feel boys are raised to hold in emotions and not show them. Guys are taught to be manly. You're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to hold in your emotions and be tough, be the tough guy. I think that's why it's just that social persona of be the tough guy, be the man. That's why a lot of guys are, you know, concealed. I cry a lot, I know.
Well, I have to say something. You weren't like that until Lillian was born, though.
True.
Like, you never really showed your emotions.
Yeah.
And ever since Lillian was born, he like lets it out more.
Yeah. What's this one?
When you're in a pool, does your float or sink?
Really? Really? That's what y'all are afraid to ask guys? It'd be like, so if this was it would be like, it'd be like this a little bit.
So it's sinking.
Yeah, but it's not floating up, but it's also not like all the way down like this. It's like kind of like this.
Bruh.
It's just floating there.
Ew. Do guys really like going down a woman, or they do it just to satisfy their partner?
Am I supposed to answer this for me or for guys?
For anybody, like you and guys.
I can't answer this for everybody. I love it.
Stop, we're done, move on.
We keep talking?
No, we're not talking, we're done. Baby, we're done. Do guys like virgins or experienced girls?
I never had a preference.
How do you know if a guy wants to spend the rest of his life with you?
Ooh. Whenever he gets down on one knee. And
dang! Like, how did you know, wow, Rachel is the one for me? Like, what was that clicking point?
I just knew. They know from the beginning of that relationship if they're going to marry you.
Wow.
And it can deviate from that. It can turn south and then say like, oh, like I actually don't like her as much as I thought and want to marry her. So I could see that happening. But I think from the very beginning, when they go into that relationship, they should be having that mindset of, this could be the one.
I'm sure there's girls out there whose guys said, oh, well, right now, I don't want to marry you. Who knows what's happening in the future? Or like, I don't see myself getting married.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag. I would say that he's not having the intention to marry you.
Or not into you.
Right.
But do you think he'll want to, like another girl come who actually wants to marry you? He probably would want to marry her?
His intentions right now are that I'm comfortable with you and either maybe you're giving it up or maybe you're not, and I don't want to be alone. But then whenever that girl comes along that he says like, oh, that's the one, he's going to leave you for her. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
And he'll actually marry her.
Right.
Wow. Don't beat it, babe. That's
oh, sorry. I want to look.
Next one. Do guys like when girls initiate?
Yes.
Yeah?
Coming from an introvert, I'm an introvert, so I like it when girls initiate because it's less nerve-wracking for me.
So, initiate girls.
Yeah.
So what happens if a girl initiates too much?
So that's what I'm saying. So this doesn't go for all guys, because I'm sure there's guys out there that if a girl initiates, he's gonna think she's coming on too strong and like back up. But some guys will really like that, or you know, they might be taken back.
True. If you're a guy, I want to know about that.
Yeah, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to speak for everybody, but from my perspective, yes.
Do guys really want to marry their mother?
I have never once thought about, oh, I hope she has my mom's qualities. No.
Babe, you're reading it.
Sorry.
So why is it that you think it's nothing when you play with girls' feelings?
Oh, that is a harsh question. I don't play with girls' feelings.
Babe, you did play with a couple girls' feelings. Those ones that you didn't go in a relationship with, they thought you were gonna be in a relationship with you, so.
I was young and dumb, and guys don't think about girls' feelings. So I was not thinking about their feelings. I mean, that's the harsh, honest truth about it.
So what are you thinking about?
You know what guys are thinking about.
Guys.
Huh?
Oh! I'm kidding.
I hate this video. Why do we do this one?
I'm kidding. Well, dang. Why do you think it's nothing though when you play with them? Because you're
just like I said, you're just not thinking about it. You're not thinking like, oh, this is a person with feelings and emotions. You justify it because you're like, well, obviously if they didn't want this, then they would stop me from continuing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then after the fact is over,
you just don't care because you moved on.
Which is why you have to be careful.
This is tricky subjects. Do guys like it when girls are independent or dependent women?
I like it both.
You do?
Yeah. So I like a little dependency because I like taking care of you. But then I also like you to have your independence because it's nice to have someone that's independent and doesn't always need you to take care of them. That's kind of picky of me, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Only child. Just kidding. So I get what you're saying. You're saying this.
Yeah.
I like with someone who is independent, but I can take care of them.
Right. You're awesome.
You're hot.
Yeah.
Guys, these are good questions.
Bro, y'all got me sweating a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you guys actually want to wait till marriage to have sex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. We talked about it before we started dating. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Right. I was gonna say there was times where it got a little hot and heavy. You know what I'm saying? We got a little hot and heavy, but we both pumped the brakes. We said, we're waiting.
Why boys never say I love you first?
We do. I do.
You did?
I did. But if a guy doesn't say I love you, then they probably don't love you at that moment. Either that or they're scared of rejection, because I could see that too.
Really?
You're scared to say I love you. It's nerve-wracking. I remember when I said it, I'm scared that you're not gonna say it back and it's just gonna be a very awkward silence. But guys don't have to say it first. You can say it. See what happens.
So that's she said, so why don't they say it first though?
They do, yeah.
When a guy has dated his girl for too long, but doesn't talk about their future together like marriage, how do you ask a guy when he's ready for marriage? That's a good question.
Yeah, so this depends on your age. Because if you're young, if you've been dating for a few years, but you're still like 19, 20, that might not be the time to give an ultimatum. But if you're getting older, you're 25, 30, 35, and he's just playing around with you, you sit down and you say, what are your intentions? Do you plan on ever asking me to marry you? That's not overstepping any boundaries.
So how would you know the right woman is meant to be your wife? How would you describe wifey material?
So for me, I would go through my checklist of personality. So I want someone to be fun and energetic and funny. And then looks matter to me. So you have to be beautiful to me.
To you.
To me, right? Everybody's different. And then also religion comes into there. So I want our religions to match. So I want to have the same religion as the person, or else I know there's gonna be problems in the future.
That's a good question.
That's scary for me.
So why do guys watch adult film even when they're in a happy relationship?
Some people are addicted to it. Honestly, it's an addiction. When people start it young and they're introduced to it and then they just get used to it, like a cigarette or drugs, they need their fix. So even though they know it's wrong deep down, they keep going back to it, and in secrecy, usually, right? I don't think a lot of people are out there telling them, hey, I'm gonna go watch an adult film now. So I think it's a secret people try to hide, and it's because they're addicted to it.
That's a good question.
That was a hard one.
Whew.
That's a tough one, because I'm sure it's different for everybody.
Yeah, and some people really, girls and guys, they think very differently that way.
Right.
What are things that girls do to secretly piss off a guy?
Short answering. So if I send an entire paragraph asking you a question and you say, okay.
Guys do that.
Guys do that too?
I digress.
Not laugh at my jokes.
Bro, you're lame.
I think I'm funny. So if I say a joke and you don't laugh, that's disrespectful.
Who did that to you?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
No one did that to you, babe.
Because I'm funny and they
You
always
never
laugh.
make a joke. How would you know if a guy is serious about you?
Okay, so you'll know a guy is serious about you if he's consistently calling in on you, checking on you, trying to make future plans. If there's a day or 2 days that goes on, he's probably not serious about you and he's probably thinking about somebody else too. So he might be courting or talking to multiple girls. Whenever you guys do hang out, if that person's being genuine, being nice, caring about the things that you do and checking in on you, making eye contact, they would ask questions about you. Where are you from? What's your background? What things do you like? What do you not like? Versus just you being there. Does that make sense? Like you're just a person versus I'm trying to get to know every bit about you and really kind of digging and diving deep. That's a dead giveaway.
This was good. How do you feel?
Better than I thought I was going to at the end of this.
So if you look down below next to the subscribe button, there is a blue join button. If you click that, there's 3 different tiers. So this is pretty much like Patreon for YouTube. It'll help support us, but also it's us giving back to you.
In the first tier, you get access to special emojis and special stickers that'll be next to your name in every comment you leave on our videos. In the second tier, we will shout your guy's name out at the end of the videos. And then you also get access to the tier above it. The third tier is that we're gonna go live once a month and only people in that tier are gonna get to join. So it'll be very personal and you can ask us questions or anything you guys want.
So during that live chat, we could talk about anything, we could do anything you want. So it'll be literally like a nice intimate family joined together once a month. And also, like Lucas said in tier 2, we're gonna shout your guys' name out once a month, thanking you for everything you've done for us. If you'd like to join us and support us, that will be available to you below. You don't have to.
Right.
Just watching our videos, watching the ads, it's really a big support for us. We really love and appreciate every single one of you guys.
Don't forget to like this video, share it, leave a comment, say hi.
And also hit that notification bell and make sure you put all because YouTube be tripping sometimes.
Right.
We love you guys so much.
Bye.